Come on, you can do better than that. But what spell did Bellatrix shoot at Sirius? The movies make this pretty clear. But I don't think that she used Avada Kedavra. Let's take a look at the scene in the books. Harry saw Sirius duck Bellatrix's jet of red light. He was laughing at her. "Come on, you can do better than that," he yelled, his voice echoing around the cavernous room. The second jet of light hit him squarely on the chest. Now, I think that it's quite heavily implied that the second jet of light was the same as the first one. And the first jet of light was red, which means that it can't be Avada Kedavra, which is green. Now, there are a lot of spells in the books that are red. You've got Expelliarmus, Stupify, and we know that both Order members and Death Eaters used Stupify all the time in battles, because either they didn't want to kill their opponent, or they didn't want to use Avada Kedavra, which was a very, very difficult spell. It took a lot of concentration, a lot of skill, and Stupefy was just a lot easier and simpler to use when you're battling. For everyone who's thinking, yeah, but Sirius died, so it must have been the killing spell, remember that Sirius only died because he fell through the veil. So all that was needed was some kind of spell to knock him unconscious so he would fall through the veil. I think that there are two possible objections to this theory. The first thing that everyone's probably going to say is that we don't know what spell Bellatrix shot at Sirius. It might have been Stupefy, it might have been Expelliarmus, although it probably wasn't that one, and it could have been anything else, so it might have been some other kind of killing curse that wasn't Avada Kedavra. But I don't think so. I think that if there was any other kind of curse that would directly kill someone, it would have been made a part of the unforgivable curses, like Crucio, Imperio and Avada Kedavra. Unless it was some rare unknown spell that either you-know-who or Bellatrix invented, but then why would they do that if they already have Avada Kedavra, which works perfectly well? And we never hear of any such curse ever being used in the books. I know that certain spells can make you die as a result from them. Like you could use Sectum Sempra, slash someone open, and then they would die from the bleeding, I suppose. But this curse does not do that. We know that the laughter had not quite died from his face, but his eyes widened in shock. It seemed to take Sirius an age to fall, his body curved in a graceful arc as he sank backwards through the ragged veil hanging from the arch. And that's it. So the curse hits Sirius, his eyes open wide, and he falls back. Exactly like if he'd been stunned, or if he'd had Avada Kedavra used on him. We don't have any kind of other effects like bleeding or him being strangled or anything like that. So I don't think it was another kind of curse. The next point that I think people are going to bring is that we don't know what Bellatrix's exact intentions were. So maybe Bellatrix stunned Sirius with the aim of him falling into the veil. But if you look at the books, only one pair was still battling, apparently unaware of the new arrival. So if they didn't notice Dumbledore arriving, all of the other Death Eaters trying to run away, and Dumbledore holding them back and tying them up, I don't think that Bellatrix was aware of her surroundings. I don't think that she had any idea of the veil being there. And furthermore, I don't think she knew how the veil worked. We don't see many people in the Harry Potter books who know what the veil is. Even Hermione, who has deeply read up on all kinds of subjects, can kind of sense that it's dangerous, but she doesn't know what exactly the veil is. Lupin seems to know, and so does Dumbledore, But again, Dumbledore knows everything, and Lupin was actually a professor for Defence Against the Dark Arts. So I think it's quite likely that Bellatrix didn't know what the veil did. She just shot a stunning curse at Sirius. Whether Bellatrix theoretically wanted to kill Sirius or not is of course another question, and that's quite a complicated one because on the one hand Bellatrix wanted to kill everyone who wasn't on her side. She was a bit crazy, she didn't care whom she killed. But on the other, Sirius was the only remaining person with the Black family name. Would she have really wanted to kill the last Black? Or maybe she wouldn't have cared because he was, or at least she thought he was, a blood traitor. We don't really know. And didn't the fact that she killed Sirius kind of lead to the whole Ministry discovering that Sirius had died, and you know who and Bellatrix were at the Ministry, and you know who was actually back, which was the opposite of what Bellatrix wanted. But then again, she wouldn't have been thinking about that in the heat of the moment, in the middle of the battle. So that's quite a complicated question, but my point here is that she was not aiming to kill Sirius at the point where she actually killed him. This is the first time that I've ever shared one of my own personal theories on this channel, so please let me know what you think about it in the comments. Tell me whether you think it's plausible, whether you don't think it's true, whether you think the movies are canon and that they disprove it. Let me know. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I make Harry Potter videos every week. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!